admirable job. And here we also see the young teenagers, Nodirbek against Vincent Keymer, and the bell has sounded, and we are off.
It's remarkable as we're looking at these two youngsters. What else to say? Knight f3. Here you go. Magnus Carlsen, the senior in the tournament, 33 years old. Anish Giri, the second oldest player in the tournament at 29. And the youths are really coming. And boy, do we have the biggest talents here. I have on my board Carroll versus Magnus, our marquee matchup. I'm not getting any moves, so I'm just going to turn it over to you, Nasi, and to knight e5, which was played. Knight e5, knight takes, bishop takes castles, rook e1, a7, a6. If I'm white in this position and I see this move a6, it kind of brings a little smile to my face, because the knight on a3, well, it's not, it wasn't really ever going to go to b5. What white really wants to do is white wants to play b4, full stop. He wants to play b4 and swing the knight to c2 so that he can open up the queen side, and this bishop is in an ambush, if you will, lurking on this long diagonal.
But I suspect that a6 is a very sneaky move with the idea of, work with me here.
Please.
Rook a7, b6.
Right.
And then putting the bishop on b7.
Okay, you're definitely on the school of Alexander Alekheim, as I saw a number of his games where he liked that rook to a7 and swinging his rook across the second rank, or seventh rank in this case.
I really like to, in this particular pawn structure, when white has the Fianchetto, the king side, I really like swapping off light square bishops.
Oh, if you can do it, you're good.
Right.
Okay, but just to put moves to the position, knight to c2 is played. Imagine you play rook a7, a very decent move.
And now
b4.
b6?
Yeah, you don't want to give up
No.
and take this. So you do want to play b6. We want to take. And then I might ask you, well, I've got the open file, right?
Yeah,
I won something here.
You won a lot, didn't you?
I did.
So
Yeah, and your rook on a7 still has to prove itself. I mean, I can imagine you wanting to play bishop d6 and running across.
That's right.
Yeah.
But then the question kind of asks itself, why did black play bishop e7
Right.
earlier on? Why
And
not
all
go
of that-
bishop d6?
Right, exactly, all of that good stuff. So I like this for white. see the black pads. This is an invention that came up by the Silverback crew here in St. Louis. They created these pads, which are very, very nice, and they hide the cameras, the sneaky, the Spectrum, pardon me, not Silverback, Spectrum.
And wow, did you see from the sneaky cam? You just saw Vincent just eyeballing.
I'm sure he
just run with the pawn, but obviously the problem is the king is there on G2 and too much traffic there on the second line. And look at that.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, look at there. You can see exactly where those eyes are pointing to.
Whoa,
What happened?
very, very, very surprising. I loved your move, Queen C3. Now see, just putting more pressure on the pinned piece on D2. Queen C3 looked very, very strong.
Knight B4 is also a very good move.
Yeah?
Yes.
Because that was his choice, actually. He did play the move Knight B4. By the way, I wanted to ask you, why wasn't Queen B2?
Queen B2 was also good. Black has too many good moves.
That's the problem. Okay, he did play Knight B4, and what's the main line after the move played by Vincent?
Rook E to D1, and then computer suggests to just pick up the pawn on A6 or D3, either of those pawns. Queen E3 and Knight to B2, kicking the rook from D1.
That makes a lot of sense. Love that move.
And if you go Rook C1, I can play immediately Knight C4.
Rook to C1? Can't I take the rook?
Yeah, you can, but this isn't the A7 ideas.
Yes, there's Queen E8, A7 ideas.
Yeah.
Really?
Pass pawn is a prisoner.
Wait a minute, I'm a rook up and you're telling me...
You'll have to give that rook back. So let's take a look. Rook takes.
Rook takes, Queen E8 check, I presume?
Yes, Queen E8 check, King
Otherwise,
H7.
I can drop back.
And A7. And they don't have any
I'm
in between
stuck.
checks or any way to catch the pawn but to play Rook A1. That's the best move.
Rook A1 and...
Because if you play Rook C2, I have Queen E4 check.
Right.
Very nice point.
Nice. Okay, we'll definitely keep an eye on this, but wow, thank you for that. Now see, we do have Queen F3, King F2,
We do
and
see the players repeating,
Yes.
and it is handshake. It is a draw, our first result of the day.
Wow.
And there you see the players chuckling away.
Boy, did I blunder that. I just let that go. When we left the game between Gukash and Prague, well, it was an